everyone, I'm Evelyn Tan, an influencer in quality engineering, to bring you another lessons on how to apply quality engineering tools and concepts to be proactive in achieving consistently good quality products. So, let's get started.
Almost every organization has been squeezing their manufacturing, engineering, and quality team to achieve zero defect. Is this a reasonable request from management? Is zero defect a myth or a reality? And this is our topics in this video. In normal situation, customers will only buy one product, and thus the product must be functioning for its intended usage and specifications. This means a product or a service supplied to end consumer only get one chance to show the product is of good quality. Therefore, all products sold to the consumer market should achieve zero defect or very low defect rate, such as Six Sigma quality, which is equivalent to 3.4 defects per million parts. Therefore, product with zero defect is the dream of every organization. The focus is always on the backend process, which is the nearest to the customers, in the hope to achieve zero defects. So, the next big questions to a business organization is, does the organization has what it takes to achieve zero defects? And what are the obstacles to prevent zero defects? Let's start from the front end process of a product design, which should be the major consideration. Very often, a company tends to take shortcuts in the design process of a product to save on design costs, to have a faster time to market, and it uses substandard material. The major focus is always on time to market and also the product features. Quality is always secondary, as the pain is not felt yet at the point of the time, and all the problem does not manifest from a customer's usage point. Many companies which have manufacturing that is outsourced and found in another part of the world tends to have an over-the-wall approach for their product design. They hope that the manufacturing process will compensate for all the shortcomings of a poor product design. Many organizations did not realize that zero defects must be designed into the raw material, to the piece part, to the set assembly, to the final assembly. The ironic part is that those organizations thought that manufacturing process can compensate for the poor design and the limited material supply base. It is what we call as over-the-wall approach. I design it and you build it. Another consideration which could impact quality would be the supply chain. In today's world, there's no one entity that could transform raw materials from its natural resources into a complete finished goods which can be marketed to the end user. The transformation of the raw materials to the finished goods will take place in several manufacturing entities which form a material supply chain. These chains, these material chains will link the upstream raw materials to the downstream consumer market through multi-tier suppliers, logistic transportations, the retail or the distribution center. Normally, an end product which reaches the end user will go through a very long supply chain from Mother Nature of raw materials such as metal, silicon wafer, petrochemical byproducts to form into a piece parts and assemble into sub-assembly, then join together to become the final assembly. For example, a smartphone manufacturer will assemble parts from memory cards modules, LCDs, battery packs, some of the mechanical assembly frame, which is procured from various tier 1 suppliers and which in turn, and the tier 1 suppliers in turn will either have a capability to fabricate those parts from semi-raw materials or they procure it from battery suppliers such as for battery pack they will procure battery cells from another suppliers and form into a battery assembly. So tier 1 and tier 2 suppliers will generally be more established with capability to design, fabricate, and assemble semi-finished goods products. And this goes on until the nature mining of up to tier 6. All the touch points throughout the supply chain, right from the upstream, suppliers may be from tier 7 or tier 6, right up to tier 1 to the consumer, will increase the opportunity for error which could induce defects along the way. So any link that is weak will impact consumer and will impact the product quality. This is where supplier quality management comes in. I have a detailed course on supplier quality management in Udemy where I have put the link below. Please leave me a comment if you are interested where I can give you a special rate. Another pitfall which prevents zero defects would be manufacturing process set out. This is a very key consideration of planning in quality in the process input. To me, this is a very easy to solve problem. And please go through another video on proactive manufacturing to get more tips on how to prevent manufacturing defects. I have also put in the link below and also at the end screen. So please ensure that you watch this video right to the end and do subscribe to this channel. Finally, let's summarize what are the obstacles which prevent a zero defect in a product. It could be product design with poor quality planning which focus only on product features and time to market. Hope that manufacturing process could compensate for the poor quality planning, complex supply chain, and also Again, poor quality planning in process input. Don't you think an organization's top management has the accountability on all the obstacles for not achieving zero defect? This is also in line with the philosophy of all quality gurus such as Deming Crosby, Juran, where top management is actually accountable for all quality issues. Zero defects could be a reality if a good planning and superb risk identification management is in place. It could also be a myth, as there's no such thing as perfection in the world. To err is human, to forgive is divine.
Do give me a thumbs up if you like and have benefited from today's video, which is especially prepared for you to hack into the key areas to achieve good results. Please do subscribe to this channel to get notified on the future video, and appreciate if you can leave a comment on what you would like to learn. I would also appreciate if you can share this channel with all your friends. Thank you, and see you in my next lesson. Bye!